Okay, so hello everyone and good evening. Welcome to today's session. This is Tahmina Dowari, Executive Assistant at Women Ascension and Entrepreneurship Ecola. And I'm and it's absolute honor to be your moderator for today's session. We are excited to have you join us for an inspiring session. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to share a bit about our organization, Women Ascension. Women Ascension is a global initiative dedication to empowering women and girls through education, leadership, and professional developments. We believe in creating inclusive space where women's voices are heard, valued, and uplifting. Through fellowship training programs and community outreach, we strive to build a world where women can thrive in every aspect of life, especially economy and professionally. The overview of today's session is we will focus on simple daily wellness habits, the impact of mindset, mindfulness, and positive routines, managing stress and energy, moving beyond complicated health trend. So now it's absolute my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Miss Muji. Miss Muji is a digital health innovator of founder of iLife Digital Health and Feminine Women's Health Membership with background in medical laboratory science. Ms. Muji shifted to digital health after witnessing healthcare gaps during the COVID-19. Her work has earned her place among She Leads Africa Top 50 Under 30 Racing Motherland Mogilas. So now, please join me in welcoming Miss Muji as she shares her inspiring journey and experience with us today. I am honored to hand over the session to our mentor, Miss Muji. Thank you for leading today's powerful discussion. Miss Muji, now the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Tamina. As usual, thank you for that beautiful introduction. And I'm really grateful to the entire team for having me here and creating this space for us to continue to have these conversations and inspire and support each other. So thank you and well done to you all. I hope I'm audible, please. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Miss Muji.
All right, thank you so much. So today we're going to quickly talk about something that is really, really important, but is mostly overlooked. And while we are all focused on hustling, on being successful entrepreneurs or being successful business women or being successful in whatever we are doing in our careers, we forget our health, we forget our well-being, and we forget that if we are not healthy, we can't achieve anything. If you are not fit and healthy, you can't be a successful businessman or successful entrepreneur. You need to be healthy physically, and even your mind has to be healthy, right? So today we'll just quickly talk about this, about how you can feel your best every day without all the complications that are involved in what we see nowadays. So yeah, next slide, please. So the current struggle with healthcare and well-being is first of all feeling dismissed, stressed, or not yourself. I can't count the number of times that you might have had to tell someone or tell a doctor that you are having headaches or you feel bloated or you feel dizzy, and then you hear it's just stress, just calm down to be fine. And then it's even worse when you're a woman. You hear it's part of being a woman, you'll be fine, just deal with it. That's feeling dismissed. We have all experienced that at a particular point in our lives where we feel dismissed when we make complaints about how we feel. And if you're not feeling dismissed, you're stressed and you just don't feel yourself. And then next, another very valid struggle is juggling responsibilities with little time for self-care. When we talk about taking care of your health, it feels almost impossible because we are always busy. We are always busy working. We are trying to meet deadlines. We're trying to attend meetings. And the little time that we have for ourselves, we spend it probably in traffic trying to get to one place or the other. So that's another very big struggle with staying healthy and prioritizing your well-being. And then thirdly, is that when you finally find a solution or something that can help you stay healthy, it's too complicated. Nowadays, there are so many apps, so much advice everywhere. Every blog is talking about what you need to do, what you need to eat, what you shouldn't eat. We are even confused because we don't know what to eat anymore. Today you hear don't eat eggs. Tomorrow you hear eat eggs. The other person is saying eat vegetables. Someone is saying don't eat this. Just a lot of advice everywhere. And then there are so many apps. There's one app for managing your period. There's one app for tracking your cycle. There's one app for to help you smile. There's one app for when you're feeling deep. There's just a lot of things everywhere. Information overload everywhere. And at the end of all of this, there's still not enough support. Not enough support. Because at the end of the day, healthcare should not just exist. It should stand by you and it should really support you. Next slide, please. So it feels complicated for everyone. Firstly, because like I mentioned, there's health advice overload. Blogs and social media are making it more difficult to know what is right from what is wrong. And then we have one size fits all solutions that don't fit real life. Most of healthcare products, healthcare information, healthcare advice are pushed from the western part of the world. So they don't really put into consideration the context of people living in Africa or people living in Asia or in Australia. There are people living in India, people living in different parts of the world. There are so many countries in the world, but most of the health advice, most of the health apps are mostly built through a Western lens, and they don't have these different people's context in mind. And when you don't have your context in mind, they create solutions that don't really fit in your real life. Like someone asking you to take 15,000 steps a day to feel healthy when you are living in maybe a crowded hostel in some part of India. What space do you even have to take 15 steps a day? Where are you probably going to walk to take 15 steps a day? Most of them live in spaces where they have a lot of greenery, they have a lot of time. So when they create all this health advice and health context that does not suit your life, does not suit different people's real life context, it makes healthcare disconnected from real people. And it feels like staying healthy is something that is very far away, very impossible to reach. But that is not the case. And then the third one on my list is that women's health is often overlooked or dismissed. Like I said, in fact, that is one of the inspirations behind where I built FEM, because women's health is often overlooked or dismissed. There's a time where I was literally suffering from serious menstrual cramps, and I approached a doctor, and he laughed it off and said I should probably just go and get pregnant if I have to escape menstrual cramps. So if a doctor could think this way, about a woman's condition, you can imagine what is on an average person's mind. To an average person, menstrual cramp is just women's problem. They should find a way and deal with it. Meanwhile, it strips women of their dignity, of their productivity. Women go through a lot of pain, and it's beyond cramps, even burnout, stress, menopause, hormonal issues. Women are really going through a lot of pain, but everything is just grouped into one box of women's issues, women's problem. You'll be fine, just be strong. It's part of being a woman. And that is the dismissal that women are put through every single day. Next slide, please. All right, so now let's just go right into the secrets to feeling your best every day. Feeling your best every day does not have to be as complicated as they make it seem like it is. It doesn't have to be as distant as they make it seem like it is. The secret to feeling your best every day is not trying to live up to another person's expectation, or try to tick another person's checklist, or try to suit a certain Western standard of health, of being healthy. The secret to feeling your best every day is small, simple, and supportive daily steps that fit your life. Emphasis on fitting your life. So simple, small and supportive daily actions and inactions that fit your life, because you are different from every other person in the world. We all have our different contexts. And so if you keep trying to um if your own standard of being healthy is trying to replicate what another person else is doing in another part of the world, you're going to end up frustrated and feeling like being healthy and being fit is not for you, or is beyond your reach. But the real secret is finding simple supportive steps that can fit your daily life. Like now, there was the news going about drinking water, drinking 4 liters of water a day. I don't know if you heard about it. There was a time that everybody was obsessed with drinking of water. You see people carrying the hugest, the biggest Stanley cups around, gulping 4 liters of water a day. I mean, 4 liters. Meanwhile, your entire body system is made up of 7 liters of water, and you take 4 liters of water a day because somebody from the US said so. Meanwhile, your water requirements depend on you, even your physical size and your activity. So if you're somebody that sits on a desk all day from morning till evening, you don't need products of water a day, especially when you're not testing. Because when they say 3 to 4 liters, it means water from all sources, not just the one that you drink. Water from your food, water from your tea, water from your fruits, all of that counts as all of that is part of the 3 liters of water a day. It does not mean that you should drink, but of course, because we got this advice from people from white people, everybody took it up, and people started drinking so much that they don't even need. Meanwhile, drinking so much water actually dilutes your electrolytes, and you can actually begin to start feeling dizzy and fall sick if you do it consistently. So ask yourself, are you thirsty? If you're not thirsty, you don't need to drink all that water. If you're not constantly running, or you're not very active, you're not doing any kind of, you're not in a gym working out, you're not doing anything that puts your body on high physical activity, you don't need to consume all of that water, right? And then people who do not drink so much, when I feel like they are not healthy enough because they don't drink 4 liters of water a day. So you see why I see that context is really, really important, because what's really the secret to really being healthy is finding those simple things that fit your daily life and apply to your context, and sticking by them, not by being pressured to fulfill another person's checklist and does not apply to you. So next slide, please. All right, so now what will actually work for us? First of all, consistency over perfection. Nobody is perfect. Even the most, even I don't know, even the greatest athletes are not perfect. There are days where you just can't meet up. Even if you find those daily habits, we know what you're supposed to do. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do to stay healthy. There's no need to tell you again to eat fruits, or take vegetables, or drink water, or take lots of protein. I feel like those things have been repeated over and over again. Everybody already knows. Now the issue is being consistent in doing that, right? And even though it's advisable to try to do those things every day, so at least take a meal that is high in protein every day, and then some days you might not be able to live up to that, and it's normal. Nobody has the control over how the day will go. Some days you might not just be in the mood to take a walk, or you might not just be in the mood to make a healthy meal, right? But what matters is not the perfection. What matters is that you are consistent. And now consistency does not mean 100% every day. Consistency means you show up every day, even if some days are 1%, some days are 20, some days are 30. That is what matters more than trying to be perfect. I started trying to work out, and some days I'll be able to do up to 40 lifts, 40 weight lifts. Some days my strength can only take me to 30. Some days just 20. And that is okay. What matters is that you tried every day. But then I watched a video of a woman who was lifting weights in a gym and she was almost breaking down. She kept on going and going, and you could see that she was in pain. She was almost fainting, and her instructor kept insisting on her continuing to do it. And that video sparked a lot of concern because people were saying, if your body cannot take it anymore, it's okay to actually rest. There is no reward for who lifts the most weight or who goes to the gym, who spends more hours in the gym. You don't need to be in the gym for 2 hours if your body does not feel up to it. You can dance around your house for 15 minutes. That also matters. That's also movement. You can take a walk down your street. That also matters. What matters is that you are showing up for yourself every day. Either it's by going to the gym or by running up and down the stairs in your house, or by taking a walk across the street, or by just doing push-ups at home. What matters is that you showed up every day, right? So um consistency over perfection at all times. And when you focus on on showing up every day in these simple ways, you're at peace with yourself. The pressure to meet up with standards goes down, and you actually begin to see real results because the mental pressure alone is enough to actually burn you out. You get burnt out and you are stressed out, and there is no way you can be healthy if you are stressed out and you are constantly burning out, trying to meet up to other people's standards. So the next thing there is accountability and community. Accountability and community. Like I said, advice is everywhere. Every other day I see something online on what we should eat, what we should not eat, how you should be healthy, how long you should sleep, when you should wake up. Don't do this is good, this is bad. It's a lot. But at the end of the day, who is going to keep you accountable? Because you can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. Nobody thrives in isolation. So you need community. You need a community of people like you who are also looking out for consistency and progress over perfection. You need a community of people that fit your context. You can't be a working woman and then you are joining a community and trying to meet up with um Instagram influencers who don't go to work every day. They have all the time in the world. They can spend their whole day in the gym, right? So you can't meet up with them. There's no need trying to meet up with them. So you need to find your own community of people like you, women like you that are busy, or moms like you, or students like you, who also want to achieve a similar goal. And that is what we are building as FEM, because we don't just support women to thrive through their health journeys, but we help them to connect with other women like them. And that peer support, the fact that you wake up every day and see somebody else like you who is also struggling but showing up every day, will continue to inspire you. You cannot believe something until you see it. So until you see another young girl like you who is also doing this, who has your kind of challenges and your kind of limitations, but is still showing up, then you can be inspired that it is possible. So we need to forget about all this flashiness, all the fancy things we see everywhere, and focus on real life and try to be healthy in real life based on what works for us, based on what is accessible to us, based on what is affordable for us, based on what suits our schedule, our energy, and our real life context. And that's what community can help you find. And the third one there is support that understands women's real challenges. So there's a lot of one size fits all support online, and somebody just pushes something out that does not really suit different people's context. But like I said, as FEM, we support women that are struggling with PMS, menstrual symptoms, menopause symptoms, hormonal imbalances, and of course, stress and burnout. And when we partnered with Women Ascension, the goal was to support women who are busy, women and girls who are busy, who are working, who are in school, who have normal lives, who live real lives, right? To to be able to thrive and to be able to live beyond the dismissal and the overcomplicated solutions that do not fit their real lives. So it's not about finding support, but support that fits your real life. There are some apps that are not even available in some regions or on some devices, but there are people that need these things, there are people that need all this kind of support. And that's what we do at FEM. We created a solution that is really accessible and available to everybody, and that is created to suit everybody's context, every woman's context, no matter where you're in Asia or you're in Australia or you're in Africa. The platform is created in a modular way that can meet everybody's needs and meet them where they are. Whether you are working or you're in school or you're living in a hostel or you're nursing a child, something that really fits people's lives. Because healthcare is not a single pill for everybody. Healthcare is supposed to be contextualized based on everybody's different needs, because what I need is not what you need, and what you need is not what another person needs, right? So you need to find out, what do you really need, and how can you support yourself to fit your real life based on what you need. So generally, there's a lot of wellness habits that we have heard about. You've heard, like I've already mentioned them: drinking of water, taking proteins. But another one that we ignore most of the time, or that we misunderstand, and it's really dangerous, is when I just wanted to note this first before I continue. A particular trend that might not be as helpful as you think it is, and that is starting your day with coffee. So first of all, we know that most of these things are just marketing. A coffee company would do anything to convince you that you need to take coffee all the time. Start your day with coffee, end your day with coffee, because they need to sell their coffee, right? But then, if you're somebody who is always very busy and very active, starting your day with coffee first before food, because you're in a hurry, just take some coffee and then go out to work, can spike your cortisol, and cortisol is your body's stress hormone. So now, coffee contains something that increases your body's stress hormones, and then midday, you find that your energy just crashes and you are stressed out and easily overwhelmed. So most of the times, all your feelings of all your stress and feeling overwhelmed, even when you're not even doing so much, but you just feel very overwhelmed and stressed, might be as a result of starting your day with coffee. So start your day with breakfast. Breakfast is extremely important. Don't let anybody tell you to start your day with coffee and not breakfast, right? Like I said, it's all marketing. The coffee company wants to sell at all costs. So you have to be wise. And like I said again, health advice that suits your needs. You're somebody that is busy and active, you walk around a lot. Don't start your day with coffee. Start your day with real breakfast. And the best advice I can give you is start your day with proteins, eggs, fish. There will definitely be a protein that you like, that is easy, that is affordable, that you can come up with quickly. Just add protein to your breakfast, and then you can take your coffee later, even after your breakfast, right? And that will help you to maintain your energy throughout the day. All right, next slide, please. All right, so one of the reasons for this presentation was because my organization or my company, Fem Health, recently collaborated with Women Ascension. And what Fem is all about is to supporting women who are struggling or navigating PMS, hormonal imbalances, menopause, and burnout. Most of even your skin problems are because of hormonal imbalances. Most of the acne on your skin, hormonal imbalances. Most of your stress, always feeling stressed and burnt out, having a brain fog, feeling hot, forgetting dates, forgetting everything, mood swings. They can be all traced back to hormonal imbalances. Your body is controlled by hormones, right? And if for any reason any of these hormones are overproduced or underproduced, it can lead to all the things that we see and we attribute to different kind of diseases. Even some menstrual cramps. In fact, menstrual pain is not normal at all. It's not supposed to be so painful when you menstruate because your uterus is just shedding its lining. But when you have consistent painful menstruation, it can be as a result of hormonal imbalances, except you have a diagnosed condition where you will be treated by a doctor. But still, what FEM offers can also complement your medical treatment because doctors will just give you pills to go home and take, but FEM supports you daily with daily actions. What can you do today? What can you do now? Simple things that fit your daily life, right? Whether you're rich or whether you're a middle class woman or whether you're a busy woman or you're a stay at home girl or a student, we support every woman based on her context with things that are within her reach, things that she can do based on her mood, her energy, her schedule to help her feel better, to help her manage all these symptoms, menopause symptoms, menstrual symptoms, hormonal imbalances, and of course, burnout and stress. Because people don't talk about burnout and stress enough. People are living on stress every day. They wake up stressed, they sleep stressed, rinse, repeat, and they don't know what to do or how to feel better, how to feel lighter. So that is part of what FEM does. So because we are very interested in reaching real women, not rich, fancy celebrities or people that have the latest iPhones, right? We want to reach real women in India, real women in Pakistan, real women in Nigeria, real women in South Africa, real women that have real issues and real needs. We made FEM accessible on WhatsApp so that anybody can be a part of it without trying to download another app without needing a lot of data or a lot of internet or without needing Wi-Fi. So wherever you are, as long as you have WhatsApp on your phone, you can access them. So we have a bit of AI assistance and you get access to these daily steps every day. Simple things you can do every day. Simple things you can add to your meal based on your country. We're not going to ask you to um add things that you've never heard before or ask you to eat things that you cannot even afford. So from wherever country you are, you're going to have a plan that suits you and suits your needs, suits your energy. Even if you can't afford to go to a gym, there will be an alternative that can still support you to navigate all of these women's problem as they call it. So yeah, it comes in 21-day sprints, and each sprint target a particular problem. So we have a sprint for just general reset and recharge to feel better generally. We now have another sprint that is focused mainly on menopause, menstrual symptoms, and hormonal imbalances. And then another sprint that is focused on stress, burnout, and mental health. So each sprint is for 21 days, and you can renew your subscription, right? So after 21 days, you can enroll again and just continue. It's just daily support to help you. But since we partnered with Women Ascension, we decided to offer the members of Women Ascension free access to the first 21-day sprint. So I'll talk more on that before I conclude. And yes, no apps, no complexity, just simple support. And it also comes with AI assistant, like I said. You have an AI call companion that you can call and talk to on live calls, not a chatbot, if you need advice or general support. So FEM is not a doctor, it's not trying to replace your doctor. And our AIs have been trained to not try to be a doctor or give medical advice, right? Just daily support because there's a lot of medical advice everywhere. But what really matters is the support that fits your real life, the daily support, the daily guidance, the days where you are not feeling like talking to anybody. You just need somebody who understands you and who can validate what you're feeling and not pressure you to try to perform or be anything that you're not. And then there's also access to peer support. If you want, you can access other women that are using FEM and just share your struggles, get first-hand advice, and learn from their own experiences, right? And then, of course, very important, FEM comes with built-in accountability and check-ins. So we don't just give you a list of things to go and do. FEM comes with gentle support that checks in on you and make sure that you are fine. And you don't even need to be fine. Make sure that you are showing up. You're just going through every day. So those check-ins are so important because, like I said, doctor will only tell you do this and do that, and then you go home and you're all to yourself. Whether you do it or not, nobody knows. But FEM is going to be with you every step of the way, supporting you, advising you, encouraging you. And even when you fail, we'll fail together. We'll try again the next day. So it's just something to help women, you know, to help women. It's like a breath of fresh air for women because personally, I know what it feels like to be alone, to be dismissed, to have your struggles overlooked, and then to have to deal with complicated apps, complicated solutions that don't even help you do anything. You just keep tracking your cycle, tracking your blood, tracking your life, and then they have to take so much of your data. At the end of the day, you still feel the way you feel, right? So what's the point? What are we really building? And then I thought we should build something that really helps, not just tracks, not just a fancy app, but something that really helps women. And that's why we created FEM. And I'm so happy to be partnering with Women Ascension to bring that to support more women. And because I'm a mentor here and you are all like my family, you'll be having free access to the first 21 days of FEM. Okay, so next slide, please. All right, I already talked about this. FEM is accessible via WhatsApp, no hurdles, no downloads, no long sign up protocol, no stealing your data or tracking your life. It's just daily support that suits your context, daily nudges and check-ins, built-in accountability, because that's what matters the most. It's difficult to stay consistent if you're all alone, but if you have somebody that's beside you and talking to you every morning, telling you this is what you need to do. And if you cannot do this, you can do this other one that is much easier. If not the other one, you can do the other one. That's accountability can help you to really reach your goals rather than when you're just handed over instructions and left to struggle on your own. All right, so next slide, please. So women that use FEM love it because it's simple. It's very simple. Healthcare is already stressful. It's stressful enough. Everything we are going through is already hectic enough. The solution does not have to be more complicated than the problem, right? So FEM is simple, no extra complications, no downloading apps, registrations, password, all of that. No. And then FEM is supportive. FEM is not a blog or a channel that just hands out instructions. FEM supports you every day, shows up for you every day. You don't need it's not a chat bot. You don't need to go and ask it a question. It knows what you need and it's going to bring it to you proactively every day. And then real changes. So people that use FEM and follow through the journey experience more energy, less stress. They feel seen, feel validated. They just know that somebody understands what they are feeling and they're not, it's not in their head. They're not making it up. They're not crazy, right? So that's what FEM does for women. Next slide, please. All right. So, um, the the next step, based on what we had discussed with the Women Ascension team, is that 15 women from Women Ascension will get free access for free. You get to join the FEM sprint that is launching on the 4th of September next month. So FEM will launch next month in September. The first time we did FEM, it did not have all the features that it had now. It did not have the AI features and everything, but it was still really helpful. So we decided to re-strategize, rebuild it to be able to do much more for women and be able to reach more women's needs. And then we are going to be relaunching it again on the 4th of next month. And since I'm a mentor here, I thought that it would be such a great gift to share this experience with 15 women for Women Ascension. So you guys to join the Fem Sprint 1 to help you just recharge, reclaim your energy and feel better for free at no cost at all. Right. So it will start on the 4th of September. And then if you're interested in being a part of that for free, you just need to reach out to Tamina or any of the admins, and I'm sure they'll put you through. So by the 4th of next month, we kick off. So you have to, you want to join it, you have to reach out to them before the 4th of next month. And it's just 15 people that will join from Main Ascension. That's 15 free slots. So you have to we only take the first 15. So don't delay. If you're delaying, you might miss out, right? And it's such an important thing for us to choose ourselves once in a while, right? You have showed up for everybody else, you have showed up for your employers. If anything happens to you today and you maybe you die or you faint, work will go on, right? School will go on. Everybody will go on. We are only going to mourn you for a few days and move on to our lives. So you need to prioritize yourself, your well-being, so you can be healthy and you don't just cope and manage and struggle through life, but you can thrive through life and feel better with yourself. So if you're struggling with menstrual symptoms, you don't have any diagnosed condition, but your cycle is crazy, PMS is crazy, you're always overwhelmed, you're having mood swings, you know, hormonal imbalances, and then burnout, stress, whatever it is that you just don't feel okay, you feel off, you will definitely need to use FEM, right? And for these 21 days, I'm sure it will be a great foundation for a healthier and a better you. So if you need any more information or questions concerning this, you can drop them in the chat section or reach out to any of the admins if you want to be a part of that. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so thank you so much. This will be the end of my presentation. And of course, like Tamina said, I hand over to the moderator to take it on from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Muji, for this insightful session. And thank you so much for introducing Fame Health. I'm sure that most people that they need to they need to take care of their health and everything else, they will join in, and we will be working on that as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, and thank you so much, Miss Muji. And I'm so happy that we collaborate together and we can help more women that they need to be helped with. Miss Muji,
Absolutely.
because now we have a lots of questions, I think, in chat box, a lot of questions. And will you read it or you need me to read it for you?
Okay, I can see them. I'll just try to read. How many should we take, or should we just take as much as possible? Is there any limit?
We will go. Yeah, we will go from the first question that Hamza is asking. So from there we will see that how much we can go till the end of the time that
All
we
right.
should end the session.
All right. Okay, so the first question here from Hamza is, do you think that people should change their morning routine? Yeah, so like I said, it all depends on your context, right? If your morning routine does not suit your life, of course you should change it. If your morning routine pushes you into much more stress than helping you reduce stress, then of course you should change it. And if your morning routine is a copy of someone else's morning routine and not a true reflection of what you need, then you should change it. most people's morning routine is to wake up, hit the gym, um, eat lots of vegetables, do this, all that, all those fancy things. But as for you, maybe you're a student or you need to get to work at by 7 a.m. and you don't have the you don't have that 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 leverage, right? You don't have that luxury to be able to do what all these people are doing. You, of course, you can change your morning routine and create something else that works for you. You don't need to go to the gym. I say, yeah, you can take a walk around your house. My mom used to run up and down the stairs at home for like 5 times before going to work, which is faster than driving to a gym and then come back before meeting up at work. So just create something that works out for you. That's what matters the most, and try to show up for it every day. All these fancy money routines that just stress you out more than they help you can even be part of the problems that are affecting your health and affecting you making progress in your well-being. So yes, step out of all the boxes and all the fanciness and overcomplications and find what suits you, what works for you, and what is really helpful for your needs. Okay, so the next question is from Dr. Kiran. Okay, that's not really a question. What could one do to be consistent? That's from Canvey. Usually, either one gets stuck at the first step or do the same as for maximum 2 to 3 days. Okay, I think she's asking how can you be consistent. So, like I said, consistency can be difficult, but it's easier if you have an accountability partner and you're in the right community. So I'm not sure the setting of your life or of your home. If there are people around you that also want to achieve the same goals, it makes it easier because you see them do it and you're inspired to do it. And that's why I say this. That's why I say we build firm, because you get daily accountability. You get somebody that helps you to stay consistent. We have AI tools. We have tools that show up for you every day before you even show up for yourself. So firm helps with the consistency part and the accountability part. All right, so the next question: what are the simplest habits that can make the biggest difference in how you feel daily? So it's really easy and really basic. Most of the things that happen, most of the way you feel is influenced by what you take in, right? Trying to eat healthy, lots of fruits, vegetables, proteins, drinking water, reducing sugar. I forgot to say that I stopped taking sugar, soda, sugary drinks like 4 months ago. And since then, my whole body has changed. Even my skin is much better now. I have much more energy. I sleep easily. A lot of things have really improved in my health that I did not even know were possible. So some of the things, the junk that we eat really does not help us. It doesn't mean you should completely stop. Once in a while, it's okay if you eat, you just indulge, right? But still do it in moderation, and let not be a daily habit. So what you take in is really important in feeling healthy, how you feel. And also scrolling late at night just causes you're just eating out of the next day's time. So trying to reduce screen time before you go to bed. You can just try it for even like 2 weeks before you sleep. Stay away from your phone or television for like an hour. Just relax, think, breathe, take in fresh air. And you will find out that your sleep will be easier and better, and the next day you wake up much more energized. All these daily habits are the things that add up to make us feel healthy and make a difference in how we feel daily. Okay, how can we overcome the belief of we don't have time for this to be consistent? So this, like I said, most of the health solutions have been created for people that have a lot of time. You see Instagram influencers that go to the gym every day and show you how their day goes. They start in the gym, they end in the gym, they take a walk. So for you who does not have a lot of time, the thing is that you don't need to have a lot of time to be healthy. Being healthy is the simple daily steps. the simple drinking of water, the simple taking a protein, the simple, reducing your screen time before sleep. You don't need a lot of time. It's not like it's not a project that you need a lot of time, not an occasion or an event that you need to attend. It's just the simple tiny habits that you do every day. So this idea of having a lot of time to be healthy is just something that we inherited and was passed on to us and we accepted. So that's why, like I keep mentioning your context, your context, your context. If you have a lot of time, fine. If you don't, find what suits you. Okay. I often struggle with sleep and focus and mostly felt overwhelmed. That's some simple practices to help improve them. Okay, so most people that struggle with sleep would feel better if they reduce their screen time before sleep. If you are scrolling deep into the night, you might find it difficult to sleep. And then turning off bright lights, try to sleep in a dark room, try to eat light meals, drink a lot of water, and very important, reduce your screen time before you sleep. And you will definitely see some changes if you do it consistently, because doing it once might not create results for you. Okay, yes. Hamza says wellness varies with countries, definitely. That's why your context matters. How can we stop our monkey mind from making us act emotional or reactive instead of mindful? Okay. So for women, you might notice that there's a particular time of the month where you seem to act more emotional or reactive instead of mindful. And one thing that you must do is that you don't have to beat yourself up or take it out on yourself too much. Don't be too hard on yourself, right? It might be normal for a particular part of time of the month because of our menstrual cycle. The different phases of your cycle affect your hormones, and your hormones can affect your mood, affect how you react to things, how you get emotional, how you cry over a commercial, over a movie. Then the next minute you're angry. So what's really important is, first of all, to understand that this that you're not alone. So you need to understand, first of all, that you are not emotional, you're not crazy, you're not overreacting. These things are happening for a reason, and that's because your hormones are out of sync. Your hormones are probably being overproduced or underproduced because of your menstrual cycle. So now, identify what stage of my cycle am I. Sometimes I find myself getting all worked up unnecessarily, and when I go and check, oh, I'm ovulating. Also, find out, first of all, what stage of your cycle are you in? What stage are you in? And then each stage of your cycle has things that are important for you to do. And sometimes just let it all out. It's okay to cry, vent, let it all out and calm down. It is in phases, it will pass. Just continue with your basic wellness practices and don't be too hard on yourself. We are all humans at the end of the day. Okay, so what role does I think I skipped the question. Okay, as a student who spends a lot of time online, how can I protect my mental and physical health from too much screen time? Okay, so as I talked about reducing screen time before bed, but if you have a lot of work, especially if it begins to affect you, for me, I don't know if you might have heard of these Blu-ray glasses. Blu-ray glasses helps to reduce the light rays from your phone, because aside from affecting your sleep, it can also affect your eyes. It can affect how your brain works and cause you some kind of overheating, overstimulation, right? So if it's something that you can afford, it's fine. If you cannot afford Blu-ray glasses, you can change your phone settings to night mode or to dark mode just to reduce the light rays. And of course, take breaks. Because you work online does not mean you have to be sitting at a screen for 24 hours of the day. For your own mental health and for your own well-being, take breaks. After a few hours, look away from the screen, from your laptop or from your phone screen, right? Don't just sit there. try to take breaks, because like I said, if you break down, work will continue, school will continue. So be intentional about taking breaks to protect your health. And if it is possible, try at least every day to stay away from your screen 1 hour before you go to bed, so that it can help you sleep better and prepare you, renew your energy for the next day. Okay, so why do most people overcomplicate their wellness routine? Well, it's most of the time you're just trying to meet up with other people's standards, celebrity standards, Western culture. They want to be trendy. In fact, these days, health is about being trendy. Healthcare is about walking around with the biggest Stanley mug, or taking the best selfies in the gym, or eating the best salad. But at the end of the day, those things will not really matter, because when the camera goes off, you are the only one that knows whether you're really being healthy or not. So if you want to be true to yourself and not deceive yourself and deceive your body, then find something that works for you and that suits you and stick with it. Of course. Thank you, Maria. Sleep well, move daily, eat simple, balanced meals, drink water, manage stress, move daily. You don't need to run a treadmill if you can't afford it. Like I said, you can walk around your compound. You can just take a walk. As far as you're moving your body, it also matters. What matters is that you're doing it every day. Okay. How do you maintain your energy and motivation on tough days? So, um, if I don't know what you mean by tough days, if you mean days where you are overwhelmed and don't have time, or you mean when you're going through crisis. So first of all, like I said, we are human beings. So this is not a call to become a superhero or try to perform. The days where your energy is low, let it be. Take a nap, rest, drink water, sleep, journal, talk to someone, cry if you want. You're not in a performance. You're not on stage. You don't need to prove that you're strong. Do you understand? I was talking to someone, they're asking me what to do if you're on your period and you are overwhelmed, but you still need to work, you're at work. I said, why do you want to, why do you still need to work if you're in pain on your period? Why are we so obsessed with being superheroes or being super strong or performing, being all tough? They have been trained to be tough, fight through the stress, just show up. No. I told them, if you're on your period and you're overwhelmed by cramps, rest. You don't need any secrets to perform on your period. Rest, take a break. You're not a machine or a robot. Sometimes just lie down and sleep. That is enough. So you do understand what I mean? This where you're in crisis or you're overwhelmed, you don't have time. Rest. Lie down and rest. Drink water. Take a break. Go to the bathroom and sit for a few minutes. Take random breaks. There's no pressure. There's no pressure to perform or to be tough, no matter what anybody else tells you. If your body, listen to your body, right? We're not the same. We don't have the same pain threshold. I can be on my period and be in pain and still go to work and do what I'm doing. But if you cannot, it's okay to rest. You don't need any secret to outperform or be a superhero. That's not what we are here to be. We are here to be human, to be seen, to be supported, and to take care of ourselves. So the days where your energy is low, you're not feeling motivated, it's okay to rest. That simple act of sleeping, drinking water and sleeping is also a form of self-care. It's also a form or a way of showing up for yourself. What matters is that you don't stay there. Tomorrow you pick it up and continue. So don't be under any pressure to perform for anyone or to show that you're tough. If your energy cannot carry you today, please rest. You will continue again tomorrow. All right, so Hamza said she slept at 3 a.m. last time after opening TikTok. I hope you do better, try to do better next time. And even if you want to, then there's nothing wrong in watching TikTok, right? Enjoy yourself, watch your TikTok, your Instagram, try to create a balance, try to be disciplined enough to know when to stop. Know when to stop. I also scroll Instagram, you know, but know when to stop for your own good and for the sake of your body and your wellness. Okay, so I think that should be all. If I did not miss any
Thank you so much.
question.
Thank you so much, Miss Muzi. I think if participants have any question, they can drop it, or if not, we can end the session because it's time to end it. And especially the one thing that you said that uh, in your presentation that got my attention is that people usually they force themselves, especially when they're in diet, when they're in supporting, or want to get muscles or want to be
Yeah,
skinny or something. They push themselves so hard, and we have two type of people. One say that if you don't push yourself so much in your diet, if you don't push yourself when you're training or supporting to be skinny or flat or something, um, just don't do it, because if you're not pushing yourself so hard, it will not work for you and it will be useless. We have one
yeah,
type, and the other type is that people say do as much as your body can take, don't over push yourself. But I'm stuck between these two, because I have tried, yes, when I was like trying to so, start the sport and get flat or something skinny, I pushed myself so hard that I even hurt myself. But
yeah,
even though when I hurt myself, I get a positive, a positive thing that I get flat a bit and got the
yeah,
body that I want. But the second thing is that, yes, when people say I don't want to push, I didn't push myself that hard, and I didn't get sick, but I didn't also get the thing that I want to be.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm stuck between these two, and yeah, this is it.
Yeah, you just need to take it easy and go at your own pace. Everybody's energy is not the same. And so don't over push yourself to the point where you are beginning to maybe hate on yourself for not reaching a particular level. You should just take it easy and find what works for you. What matters is progress and not perfection, because most of the people that you're trying to be like, they have their own days where they are down, right? They have their own secrets. The a time where people were trying to be like one celebrity who lost weight and got thin, and she was making them feel like she was working out every day in the gym. Meanwhile, she had surgery. So people were killing
Right.
themselves trying to be thin like her. Meanwhile, she had surgery, right? So we see only what they want us to see. I really don't know what these people are going through. So don't make it your own standards. Just take it easy on yourself and show up every day. What matters is daily progress and not perfection. At the end of the day, we are all humans. We are not machines. We are not robots. Yeah.
Exactly, Miss Muji, exactly. Internet is also killing people by showing off the things that they say, yeah, I have this, you don't have it.
Yeah.
So you push yourself to have this thing as well. But you don't know from where they got it. So they don't
Yeah.
say that this is their way to get something. They just say, yeah, I have it. If you want, you should. Or if you want, you need to go here and there. They don't say the road that they started to go from here to
Yeah.
get that,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Mhm.
I agree with this.
Thank you so much, Jamina.
Fine time, Miss Muji. And thank you for your time. So, because I think participants don't have any questions, so we can close the session. And thank you so much, Miss Muji, for that inspiring and insightful presentation. And your
Thank
work is
you.
truly making a difference in your organization and also in our organization. As a mentor, we are truly proud of it that you are with us and helping us to uplift women's, not just women's, both genders, male and
Yeah.
female, both. And thank you all for participating in today's session. We appreciate your time and engagement, and have a wonderful day. And for your record, for Miss Muji's 21 days free sessions, we will post something, and those who want to register themselves, they can, and we will choose the people and we will get them to Miss Treaty. Okay.
Thank you
Have a
so
nice
much.
day. Thank you so much, Miss Miji, and I have a
Bye
nice
bye.
night.
Bye bye.
And bye bye. Bye bye.